Please welcome Neil Manowitz.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? A lot of energy today. I want to welcome everybody here in this room. I also want to say welcome from all the people all around the world that are watching us. We are here streaming from New York City to share some incredibly exciting news. And we're here because of our ongoing commitment to this community, our commitment to you. Your voice drives our engineers, and together we have redefined what a camera could be, improving image quality, increasing resolution, and advancing speed. Introducing technologies like silent capture, blackout-free shooting, and delivering lightning-fast autofocus with subject detection. Today, the bar is being raised once again. We're setting a new standard of excellence for what the best image quality means and expanding what you can do in so many ways. So let's take a look at a little video we put together.
Alpha.
This is the story of R. Uncompromising resolution. The identity of the 7R series. Opening more moments, more possibilities. The passage of time, rendered in full detail and full light. A pulse of life from afar, every fleeting brilliance fully captured. Hidden textures, subtle shifts, even the faintest presence fully revealed. Responsive, effortless, free to create, guiding you to rediscover every moment. Open your eyes and resonate with the world. Resolution, no longer slowing you down. A force beyond distance and time, breaking boundaries to worlds yet unseen.
Very, very exciting. Now, to hear a little bit more about this announcement, I'm very honored to introduce Kishi-san.
Thank you, everybody. What you just saw is the beginning of the new era of the Alpha 7R series. Today, we are proud to introduce you our new product, Alpha 7R Mark 6. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Resolution has always been the core of the Alpha 7R series. Generation after generation, we have kept this value at the center. The detail, the quality, the highlight and shadow, the image quality is the identity of the Alpha 7R series. And that will not change. To take this core into the future, we need more than a small update. For this new generation, we rebuilt the foundation of Alpha 7 R series, the way it sees, the way it reacts. This is not just an upgrade. This is a new level for the Alpha 7R series. And this new image sensor and engine are developed to work together. They deliver high resolution while keeping the camera responsive when timing matters. Resolution no longer slows you down. In fact, resolution is accelerated. This means high image quality and a camera that responds faster, works more stably across more situations than ever before. In studio, in nature, with moving subject, creators can rely on high resolution with confidence. And this reliability comes from the integration of a new image sensor, an advanced engine, and latest AI technologies. Let me show you this confidence in action. A bird in flight, high-resolution burst captures the decisive moment. With pre-capture, time is no longer a limitation. You can rate a crop and reframe freely. This is a reliable result in action, a new approach to wildlife photography. And this is the information of the Alpha 7R Mark 6. And today, we also have something more for you. Thank you. Yeah. This is a new 100-400 F4.5 G-Master telephoto zoom. Exceptional optics, fast, precise autofocus with super lightweight. A constant F4.5 super telephoto zoom built to be trusted in demanding moments. Our product team will share more details in the next session. The lens and accessories support creators' work. They make our Sony ecosystem stronger and give creators more freedom. And as we move forward, Sony will keep working with creators, using technology to build the future of entertainment together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll pass to Mike Barboro. He will explain more detail about our new product.
Awesome.
Thank you
so much. Thank you. What's up, everyone? How you doing? Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Kishi-san, especially Kishi-san, for making such beautiful products. And thank you all for being here and experiencing this with us. It's a cool venue. It's a really cool venue. We were here, 6 years ago, when we introduced the 7R Mark IV, but I digress. So the R series has always been near and dear to my heart, as you know. And when you think about the R series, you remember that it came out, we started it 13 years ago, which makes me feel a little bit old. There's a little bit of gray going on, but that's okay. And 13 years ago, when we created that camera, it was the world's smallest and lightest full-frame camera ever made. 36 megapixels, eye autofocus. And over those last 13 years, every single generation has stood as the best image quality and resolution in the industry. Up until last year when we created the 7R Mark V that had 61 megapixels, incredible imaging performance, and it had the world's first dedicated AI processing unit that gave us the best subject recognition. So where the heck do you go from there, having that type of image quality and performance? Well, we go to the R Mark VI, something that gives us the ability to do everything better. We had to reimagine the entire system. Better image quality, better performance, better speed, better everything. So whether you capture portraits or you capture landscapes, wildlife, weddings, architecture, still lifes, what have you, this camera has everything that you need it to be. We've made this camera for you as much as we made it for me. So, and that's the 7R Mark VI. So when you think about the 7R Mark VI, you look at the new hardware, and there's a brand new sensor. There's a brand new processing engine to be able to do things faster and do things quicker than we've ever been able to do before, do things smarter than we've ever done before. And when you look at the R6, it has 4 pillars. Obviously, image quality, but now agility and speed, movie making, and operability. But let's talk about what makes R, and let's talk about the foundation of image quality. And the results out of this camera are breathtaking. No matter what you capture, no matter what you do, this camera will be able to do exactly what you want and be able to be more versatile than R series has ever been. But we should talk about the sensor, because not only do we have 10% more megapixels than before, 66.8 megapixels, we're just going to call it 67 megapixels. And I promised my son I'd say 67 megapixels, right? We'd have to do that. He'd be remiss. He's going to watch this and he's be like, see, you did it. So you're welcome. But it's not just about the higher resolution. It's about what we did to the sensor. We fully stacked this sensor, meaning that we're able to read information significantly faster. We're able to read information as it's hitting the sensor 5.6 times faster than the 7R Mark V. So what does that mean? It means that this is now a fully electronic camera. It can be fully silent and it can shoot ridiculously fast at 67 megapixels. And this is something the R series in the past hasn't been able to do. But of course, it's not just about resolution. It's about the overall image quality. And part of that, one of those pieces is 16 stops dynamic range. Better latitude in your shadows and your highlights than we ever had before, so your post-process workflow is even better. And normally when you think of 67 megapixels and you think of extreme resolution, you don't think of great high ISO performance, but this camera has great high ISO performance. You can shoot 3200 and 6400 and have beautiful output image with little to no noise. And of course, color is about image quality as well. So we've taken that Bionz XR2 processing engine and all the power and speed that we've increased with the Bionz XR2 and put it towards not just the camera operation, but also towards AI. Not just subject recognition, but color. Now we have illumination estimation that's able to see different light sources and be able to give you an output the most beautiful colors that you can get. So enough about image quality, because we all know the R series stands for image quality, and we've done that better than before. Let's talk about what makes the R6 really special. That stack sensor allows us to shoot at 30 frames per second, completely blackout free. And it's able to work with the Bionz XR2 processing engine and think really fast, so fast that 60 calculations of autofocus and exposure per second. And we can do this in 14-bit RAW. We can do this at 67 megapixels. You can do this for a long time, 215 JPEGs and 150 compressed RAWs. That's about 3 gigabytes of information per second, which is crazy. Now that hard drives are really cheap, right? So, but on top of that, we've made it more versatile by adding pre-capture and being able to capture everything before you press the shutter, and to be able to add speed boost, because speed boost allows you to not always have to use 30 frames per second. 30 frames per second is just there when you need it. And of course, with the Bionz XR2 processing engine, evolving even more from what we started with the 7R5, we have better subject recognition. We're able to now use real-time recognition AF+, which gives us more tenacious tracking of your subject, to be able to recognize your subject and track them even when subjects are moving in between, and to be able to recognize your subjects even when they're small within the frame, and that's for humans and for birds. But what is real-time recognition autofocus if you don't have an incredible focusing system? So we gave you a brand new focusing system as well, 759 points covering almost the entire area. And now it can focus in really low light, down to -6 EV. You want to focus in no light? You can do autofocus with bright monitoring now, down to -11 EV, where before it was only manually focused. Now you can do it in autofocus. So let's talk about movie making and what this camera can do for moving pictures. 8K 30p as opposed to 24p before with a 1.2 crop, but uncropped, we can do 4K 60 and 120p. Of course, all the things that we've introduced over the last 4 years are here as well. Auto framing, framing stabilizer, imported user LUTs, everything is here and more. But one thing that hasn't been in our alpha cameras before is something called dual gain. Dual gain reads your sensor out multiple times, low pass, high pass, and gives you the ultimate in image quality for video. Gives you wider dynamic range, wider latitude, and less noise. So if you want the ultimate in image quality for video, turn on dual gain and you're ready to go. We're introducing a new accessory, the XLR-A4, that enables 32-bit float. I know a lot of us have been asking for that for a long time, so here you go. And this will also be backwards compatible with the Alpha 7.5 today as well. But we said it's an entirely new system. So it goes beyond what we've already talked about, and we've created new hardware like a new viewfinder. The 7R5 already had a beautiful viewfinder, but we made it even better. 9.44 million dot EVF, that's now 3 times brighter than what you had with the 7R Mark V, which gives you a better viewing experience, but now also enables full HDR 10-bit LTOG through the viewfinder. So you can actually see your highlights and see your shadows in true detail through the viewfinder, the most immersive and best experience that we've had to offer. Illuminated rear buttons, something I've been asking for 13 years. Yeah. So your camera can autofocus in complete darkness. Well, how are you going to operate your camera? Well, you just turn on the lights and you're good to go. What's better than one 7R6, 30 7R6s? We know that you can set up a lot of different customizable ways of setting up your camera, hundreds of millions of different calculations. But now you can set up your camera however you want, and you can save up to 30 memory recalls by going to the mode dial and going into your menu, and you can name them. I can have one for sports, I can have them for portrait, I can have them for underwater, what have you, and I can save those in my camera and be able to have 30 cameras in one. And of course, with the new system comes a new battery, a new SA battery that's more powerful, 17% more power, but it goes well beyond that. It's more stable for high shooting situations, for low temperatures, for high temperatures. It's more durable, and it's smarter. It's faster power delivery for charging, and it also communicates its health to your charger and to your camera, just like your phone and your laptop. So that's the 7R Mark VI. We didn't get to go over everything, but I'm here to ask questions afterwards. It's an incredible camera for every type of genre, and it gives you the ability to have the best image quality, now accelerated with frame rates, not being limited by just resolution. And this camera is coming out almost immediately, the first week of June. But where the R series stands as the pinnacle of image quality for cameras, G Master stands as the pinnacle for image quality for lenses. And this 100 to 400 that Kishi-san introduced before is no different. Being able to offer you a new way of looking at a professional 100 to 400 millimeter lens, giving you incredible image quality, incredible autofocus performance, and something that's lightweight, and something that, quite frankly, no one's ever really done before, offering a professional 100 to 400. This marks our 76th E-mount lens and our 57th full-frame lens. That is a lot of glass, and that's something for everyone and something for every type of genre. Now, what makes G Master special is the fact that we're able to be extremely sharp and extremely soft at the same time. And that's because of our advanced optics. We have 7 advanced optics on this lens, including a new EDXA lens element. Being able to be sharp not just in the center, but towards the edges of the frame, but also be incredibly soft and give you beautiful background defocus. And we made it incredibly versatile by being able to be used with the teleconverters, being able to go up to 800 millimeters, giving you great image quality and incredible autofocusing performance. Speaking of autofocusing, this lens is designed for professional sports, designed for professional wildlife. You got to give it the biggest, baddest focusing motors that we have, and that's our latest XD motors, 4 of them, being incredibly lightweight, small, but incredibly powerful, fast, but also smooth, accurate, and silent. Speaking of smooth, accurate, and silent, it's just as much of a video lens as it is a stills lens. It has almost no focus breathing, is able to keep focus and maintain it throughout the entire zoom range. You have that silent, accurate autofocus, and you can focus at up to 240 frames per second. That is something that no other super telephoto lens can do. But we also wanted to make this the same operability as a professional fixed lenses like the 3, the 4, and the 6, and we did just that. When looking at it, it looks just like those lenses. You have the huge zoom ring to be able to go from 100 to 400. You have the 4 customizable buttons. You have all the controls on the outside of the camera. Everything is there. And it's impossibly light. Once you hold this lens, you're going to realize it feels fake that it's so light, but it's also compact. And this is something that's really important, especially when you're hand holding it, especially when you're using it all day like you do for the application that this lens is intended for. So that's the 7R6, that's the 100 to 400. This lens is also coming out in June as well, so we don't have to wait too long to be able to get those beautiful shots because the World Cup is coming, right? And this is the perfect lens for that application. So, but that's the 7R6. That's the 100 to 400, but you guys don't want to hear from us anymore. You guys want to hear from people who have actually experienced the cameras, that use the cameras, that created art with the cameras, and created one of the most beautiful videos we have to offer, a new alpha film. So I want to introduce Colby Brown and other artisans to the stage. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name's Colby Brown. I'm a professional photographer and Sony artisan, and I've been photographing wildlife around the planet for the last 2 decades. Now, when it comes to wildlife photography and camera technology, it's often all about speed. And that's true when it comes to this camera, but the Sony A7R series historically is about image quality and about resolution. And after I've extensively used this camera with Hannah and a lot of the other artisans that have been up here with me, or will be up here with me, I can tell you that the new fully stacked sensor is truly impressive. But that's not what makes this camera special to me. When it comes to wildlife photography, as I mentioned, we're all about speed, but I want to take that idea of resolution and mix it with the idea of photographing fast-moving subjects. I want to be able to photograph a bird in flight at 30 frames per second, taking all of that resolution and accuracy and putting it together. And that's something that we haven't been able to do before, not at this resolution. The Sony A7R Mark VI is truly a unique blend of resolution, speed, and accuracy that seems aimed at taking on the limitations that a lot of wildlife photographers have faced over the last decade. And that's essentially the idea, or the need to have speed and accuracy, but the desire to have more resolution. So next up, we have Sue Bryce, the incredible Sue Bryce. I can't wait to hear what she has to say as well.
Hi, everyone. For me, if you're impressed by the specs of this camera, wait till you're holding it in your hand. The first time I got to try it, I'm shooting in the desert with Dana, and it's bright, harsh light. We've got no shade, and I can't see the back of my camera. I'm wearing a hat, I'm wearing glasses, and in that moment, my model's spinning, she's in the light, and I realize I can't see the back of my camera. I'm stopping every 3 frames. I'm enlarging to make sure that I'm hitting my focus. This autofocus system and the eye and face detection are just unreal. I realize I'm hitting focus every single time. If you're stopping like that, I'm stopping the flow of my model, and it feels more like panic than creation. And I just said to myself, Sue, this is a performance vehicle. Trust this equipment. It's going to do this for you. And so I just relaxed and I leaned back and I kept shooting. When I was looking at the images, I realized I'm hitting focus every single time. So it's absolutely mind-blowing. I'm now printing large format prints for exhibition, and I'm seeing detail right through my shadows. Thank you. Thank you for creating another remarkable camera. I would like to introduce the next artisan, the incredible Chris Burkhardt.
Grateful to be here with my Sony family, and imagine 20 years ago, a young Chris Burkhardt showing up to Yosemite Valley in this hollowed ground, the greatest sports arena any photographer has ever played in. But I'm standing there in the major leagues and I've got a plastic bat. And that's what it felt like at the time. I couldn't capture any detail. My camera was junk back then. And to be able to be here 20 years later, holding in my hand something bordering on digital medium format, 67 megapixels, whatever you want to call it. It blows my mind. Detail in the shadows that I could have never seen. I mean, this is the feeling and the emotion that you always hope to convey. And really, to me, all the features they touched on, beautiful, but it is the 16 stops of dynamic range that sets the R series apart, and it always had. It's why this camera is cemented its place into my bag. Because when I want to pull that detail out of the shadows, or I want to pull those highlights back, and I want to be able to see stuff in my images when they're printed huge that I could have never seen before, it's this camera that I reach for, and it has always been. And I wish somebody wouldn't have said that the first one came out 13 years ago, because it makes me feel pretty old. Because I have been using this R series the entire time. I have never not owned one of them. And I just want to say, as a final note, we are all here gathered together. This is what Sony does best. It gathers its artisans, it gathers its storytellers, it gathers us together to celebrate. And I was so honored to be able to share a place special to me, Yosemite Valley, truly, with Jake, a new friend and a new Sony artisan that I was able to meet. And I'm so honored to share our new video, The Art of Being, that we were able to create together. Thank you, guys.
You don't create art by simply picking up a camera.
You create art by photographing with intention and being willing to be vulnerable.
By letting people see you.
That was the river?
Yeah. Through your work.
You know you're making art when it's with you on the weekends. You want to go off the top?
By your side on late nights.
In the mud with you.
And straight behind it.
Your lens just 6 inches from the water.
Art asks you to be brave, to push through the not good enough until you've made something memorable.
Over here, just a little bit.
And once you know what that feels like, you don't ever want to stop.
Your camera becomes a part of you. Bring things up. Every photo you take invites others to feel what you felt. See what you saw.
Oh, lean on it. The warmth on the skin, you notice the second she turns her head.
Yes.
The calm you felt under the mountains watch. The right camera gets out of your way.
It's fast, it's sharp, intuitive.
Surprising you with details you never saw when you pressed the shutter.
Bring the arms up higher. The colors in the shadow. The rocks under the river.
That's super pretty.
A flutter of iridescent wings trapped within the frame. Tiny details that freeze a moment in time forever.
If you're a photographer, you're an artist. Even if you don't call yourself one.
You see something. You feel it. You make it permanent.
Oh, yes.
Hold like right there. Ready? You make someone miss a place they've never seen.
That's so rad.
You give someone the will to dream bigger because of what you created.
If you've ever looked through a viewfinder and felt your heart rate change.
If you've shown someone a photo and held your breath waiting for them to react.
Look at that. You're an artist. And your art is changing the world.